Hello. Hi. Welcome to this revision session of engineering maths. Can you hear my voice? Students, can you hear my voice? Hello. Hi. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, let us wait for few seconds so that others can join. Let me know, can you hear me? Students, can you hear me? Great. Hi, hello. Okay, let us wait for few seconds so that others can join. Great, everybody can hear me. Welcome to this revision session of engineering maths. Let us start with the first question. The first question is solve dy by dx minus 1 by 2 times of 1 plus 1 by x times of y plus 3y cube 2. So this plus 3y cube by x will become minus 3y cube by x. So this equation is of the form dy by dx. So we know the Bernoulli's differential equation. The Bernoulli's differential equation is the form dy by dx plus p times of y is equals to, it is q into y power of n. So you can see that you are having the value as y cube, therefore divide by this y cube and y cube will get cancelled over here. So this y cube and y cube will get cancelled. One y cancels out, you will be left out with y square over here. So we try to rewrite this one. So this becomes 1 by y cube into dy by dx minus, it is half times of 1 plus 1 by into, it is 1 by y square you have over here is equals to, on the right hand side you are left out with only minus 3 by x. So now you have to make a substitution over here. Let us put the value of this value 1 by y square to be equal to t. Then we will try to differentiate this one. Differentiate this particular value with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Students, from my side the network is okay. Now we just check. So we are differentiating this with respect to x. So differentiation of 1 by y square will be minus 2 by y cube into differentiation of y with respect to x will be dy by dx is equals to, on the right hand side, derivative of t with respect to x will be dt by dx. But if you try to observe over here, you have to get 1 by y cube dy by dx. It's already there. So minus 2 you can just send it on the other side. So you will be having 1 by y cube dy by dx is equals to, send that minus 2 on the other side, becomes minus 1 by 2 into dt by dx. Now you can just plug in these two values, 1 by y square as t and 1 by y cube dy by dx as minus 1 by 2 dt by dx in this particular equation. So you will be getting the equation as minus 1 by 2 dt by dx. If you want, you can take this as some equation number, maybe equation number 1. So equation 1 implies, you can write equation number 1 implies minus half dt by dx minus 1 by 2 times of, you have 1 plus 1 by x, 1 by y square, 1 by y square will be what? 1 by y square will be t is equals to, on the right hand side you have minus 3 by x. Now because we are having this minus of half, let us just try to multiply the entire equation by minus of 2. So if you multiply the entire equation by minus of 2, it is minus 2 times of minus half into dt by dx. Again over here minus 2 is being multiplied with this entire expression 1 by 2 times of 1 plus 1 by x times of t. On the right hand side also you have to multiply by minus of 2. So you can see that this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. You will be left out with minus of minus will be plus, it is dt by dx, dt by dx. And the next term that you are having, it is minus of minus will become plus. And here you have 1 plus 1 by x times of t is equals to, on the right hand side you can just multiply, minus of minus will become plus, 2 times of 3 will be 6, it is 6 by x. Now this equation is, so the above equation that you have is a linear differential equation. The above equation is a linear differential equation of the form dy by dx plus p times of y is equals to q. So we'll go here, this y corresponds to your t value, y corresponds to what? T value, and this this y also corresponds to t. So what about p value over here? The value of p will be 1 plus, will be as it is, no problem, but e power of log of x which is there, e power of log of x will just become x itself. So e power of log will vanish, you are left out only with x value, or I can rewrite this as x into, first I will write x into e power of x. Are you getting this one? X e power of x Students, you can just put in the chat box. Are you getting this one? So once you have got the integrating factor, then we need to write down the solution. So the solution of the differential equation is, the solution is y into the integrating factor is equals to, it is integral of q into the integrating factor times of dx plus the constant of integration c. But if we try to observe over here, y value is what? Y value is t in this case. It is t into the integrating factor. What is the integrating factor? You have x into e power of x. So this y value is t, so I have put it as t. Integrating factor is x e power of x is equals to, you have integral of q value. So if you try to observe q value that I have taken is 6 by x. And integrating factor that you have, integrating factor is x e power of x times of what? Times of dx plus the constant of integration c. But if you try to observe, this x and x will cancel out, and then if you try to check it over here, t value over here, if you go back, what is the value of t we have taken here? The value of t that we have taken is 1 by y square. So in place of t, I can put the value to be equals to 1 by y square. So this becomes 1 by y square times of, it is x e power of x, that will be equals to 6. 6 you can take outside, it will just be left out with what? It is e power of x into dx plus the constant c. Or if we try to integrate, it is x e power of x divided by y square will be equals to 6 into, integration of e power of x will be just e power of x itself. Integration of e power of x is e power of x itself plus the constant of integration c. So this will be the required solution. This is the final solution. Are you getting it? Any questions, any doubts here? Any questions, any doubts? So shall we move on to the next question? Students, can you see the entire solution there? See, from my side, the internet is good. Just check on your side. Okay, let us move on to the next question. The next question is, solve dy by dx, solve dy by dx plus it is y cos of x plus sine of y plus y, it is whole divided by, you have sine of x plus x cos of y plus x is equals to 0. That is the question. So let us try to identify what type of equation this is. So what we'll try to do is just try to send this value, the entire value on the right hand side. We get the value as dy by dx to be equals to, this positive value will become negative, minus y cos of x plus sin of y plus y. It is whole divided by the denominator value that you have is sin of x plus x cos of y plus x. So further you can just cross multiply this value. Let us just take this value on this side and there is dx on the other side. So that becomes, if I am taking it on this side, it becomes sin of x plus x cos of y plus x times of what you have, times of this dy, times of this dy is equals to, on the right hand side with the negative sign you can write minus of, the entire numerator value will write, it is y cos of x plus sin of y plus sin of y plus y times of, cross multiply this dx on this side. Because this is a negative value over here, if I take the negative value on the other side, it becomes positive, and that becomes plus y cos of x plus sin of y plus y times of what you have, times of this dx. So this negative value I have taken it on the other side, it has become positive, and this positive value will remain as it is, plus as it is, it is sin of x plus it is x cos of y plus x times of dy is equals to how much, is equals to 0. So the above equation is in the form of m dx plus n dy is equals to 0. So we need to check whether it is an exact differential equation or not. So here your value of m that you have is nothing but y cos of x plus sin of y plus y, and the value of n that you have, n is nothing but sin of x plus x cos of y plus x. So let us try to differentiate this m with respect to y, dou m by dou y. So if we try to differentiate this m with respect to y, then x will be treated as a constant. So cos of x is a constant, you have to only differentiate y. Derivative of y with respect to y is 1. So 1 times of cos of x will be cos of x itself, plus differentiation of sin of y with respect to y will be cos of y, plus differentiation of y with respect to y will be 1. So we have got dou m by dou y. Now try to differentiate this n with respect to x. Dou n by dou x is equals to, now when you are differentiating this n with respect to x, y will be treated as a constant. So differentiation of this sin of x will be cos of x, plus differentiation of x will be 1 and cos of y will be a constant. So 1 into cos of y will be cos of y, plus differentiation of x with respect to x will be 1. Now to try to check this one, is dou m by dou y equals to dou n by dou x, all the values are the same, cos x plus cos y plus 1. Therefore you can conclude that here dou m by dou y is equals to dou n by dou x. Dou m by dou y is equals to dou n by dou x. So which implies that the equation is exact. The differential equation is exact. The differential equation is exact. So if it is exact differential equation, then we can find out the solution. Therefore the solution of the exact differential equation, the solution of exact differential equation is integral of m dx plus integral of n of y times of dy is equals to some constant c, right? That is what you are having. So it is integral of m. So what is the value of m you have here? Try to check it over here. M value is this. Let me write down the value of m, this particular value, y cos of x plus sine of y plus y. So, just written this value here. Can you see? Y cos of x plus sine y plus y times of what you have, times of dx, plus it is integral of n of y. N of y represents terms not containing x, terms not containing x. So, let us try to see n value here. So, what about this n value? Does it contain the first one? Does it contain x? Does it contain x? Does it contain x? So, all the values are containing x. Therefore, what will be the value of n of y? N of y will be nothing but 0. Is it right? N of y will be 0. So, therefore, I can write down this n of y will to be 0 times of dy is equals to c. So, integral of 0 will be 0 itself. We need to just integrate this one, the first term. So, this will be equals to, so y is a constant. I will try to write down y outside is the integral of what? Cos of x into dx, because I have to integrate only with respect to x. So, integration of cos of x into dx plus, again sine of y is a constant, sine of y I will write it outside, it is only integral of dx, plus this integral of y 0 is 0 itself is equals to c. So, it is y into, let us write down the integral of cos. So, the integral of cos will be sine. So, we will be getting sine of x plus sine of y into integration of dx will be just x. You can ignore 0 is equals to c. Or if you try to rewrite this one, so that becomes y into sine of x plus x into sine of y, x into sine of y is equals to c. So, that is the required solution we have. Is it clear? Any questions, any doubts here? Let us move on to the next question. So, the next question is, just one moment, let me see what is the next question we have. So, you want me to continue with the differential equations only or integral calculus? So, let me take one more example on the differential equation, and then we will try to move on to the integral calculus. So, let us try to find out the orthogonal trajectories of the family. So, we will try to find out the orthogonal trajectories of the family. The next question is find the orthogonal trajectory, or in short OT. Find the orthogonal trajectory of the family, y square is equals to 4ax. Find the orthogonal trajectory of the family y square is equals to 4ax. So, what has to be done? First, we need to eliminate the constant value, right? We will try to eliminate this constant 4a. So, to eliminate this constant 4a, I can rewrite this equation to be y square by x is equals to how much? 4a. Now let us try to differentiate this one. So differentiate with respect to x. So differentiate with respect to x. So this is in the form of u by v rule. So let us try to use the quotient rule. So this will be your u value, the numerator will be your u value, and the denominator will be your v value. So u into v. So now if you try to check out over here, it is u into v form. So you get v value, v is x, v into u dash. So differentiation of y square will be 2y into derivative of y with respect to x will be dy by dx. It is v into u dash minus u, that is y square, into v dash, differentiation of x with respect to x will be 1, and whole divided by the denominator square, that is x square, is equals to the constant you have, the constant 4a, differentiation will be 0. Or you can just cross multiply this x square on the other side, you will be getting 2. The numerator will be as it is 2xy into what you have, dy by dx. 2xy divided by dx minus this is y square is equals to, cross multiply, 0 into x square will be 0. Or you can rewrite this as it is 2xy dy by dx. So you can replace the value of dy by dx by what? If you want to get the orthogonal trajectory, then you have to replace the value of dy by dx by minus dx by dy. So if you want, you can just so you have dy by dx. So minus y square, when it goes on the other side, becomes plus y square. So now we will try to replace the value of dy by dx by minus dx by dy. So let us try to replace this value of dy by dx by minus dx by dy. Therefore, I will try to replace this one, it is 2xy. So now I am trying to replace the value of dy by dx by what? Minus dx by dy. Minus dx by dy is equals to how much? Is equals to y square. Is equals to y square. So therefore, now we need to separate the variables and try to integrate it. So therefore, I can write down this as 2xy with a negative sign minus of dx is equals to what you have, cross multiply, it is y square. If a cross multiply, you will be getting dy. So one value of y will cancel out from both the sides, this y and y. So what is left out now? You are just left out with, it is minus of 2x into dx is equals to, it is y into dy. Y into dy. That is what you can write. Or if you want, you can just take this 2x on the other side and write down, it is y into dy. Minus sign, when it goes on the side, becomes plus 2x into dx is equals to, on the right hand side, what you have? On the right hand side, you have it as 0. Now just try to integrate this one. Integrate on both the sides, because it is in the variable separable form, you can integrate it. So it is integral of y into dy plus 2 is a constant outside, is integral of x into dx is equals to some constant of integration c. So integration of y will be y square by 2 plus, so it is 2 into integration of x will be x square by 2, x square by 2 is equals to, the constant is c. Alright. Or you can rewrite, if I am taking the LCM as 2 there, so you will just be left out with y square plus, just multiply 2x square is equals to how much? Is equals to c. Or if we cross multiply that this 2 on the other side and rewrite the numerator as first x square term, next y square term, that will be equals to what? Cross multiply 2 times of c. 2x square plus y square will be equals to 2 times of c. But if you want, you can replace this constant by some other constant, rewrite this as 2x square plus y square is equals to k. So what I am doing over here, where the value of k is nothing but 2c, I am replacing 2c by k. So this gives you the orthogonal trajectory. So E is the OT, is the OT of the parabola. So are you getting it? Yes, which step you want? Pratyusha. Pratyusha, which step you want? Yeah, if you are saying about this step, then in that case, here first I am writing 2x square, then I am writing y square. You just cross multiply this 2 on the other side, it becomes 2c. Further what I am doing is I am just replacing this 2c value. 2c is a constant, I am replacing that 2c by another constant k and writing the left hand side as it is. Two x square plus y square will be equals to k. That is the final solution. Yes, any other questions? Any other clarification you want? Students, any other clarification? So shall we move on to the next question? Okay, let us move on to the next question. So the next question is, show that the equation xp square plus px minus py plus 1 minus y is equals to 0. Now this equation is, show that the equation is a Clairaut's equation, and hence find the general solution, and hence find the general and singular solution. General and singular solution. General and singular solution. General and singular solution. So the Clairaut's equation is of the form, the Clairaut's equation is of this form: y is equals to, it is px plus f of p form. So this is a Clairaut's equation you have to get in this form. So let us try to see where you have this y value and where you have this px value. So if you try to check over here, you have the value of y over here. So y is over here and y is over here. So I'll just try to group this value of y. And where is px value? If you try to observe this px value is over here and px value is over here. So let me take that as common. So from these two terms, I can take the value of y to be common. And from the first two terms, I will be taking px to be common. So let us rewrite it. So from the given equation, from the given equation, what I am doing, I am taking Px as common. So, if I am taking Px as common, what is left out here? Only P is left out. X is there, so P into P will become P square. So, P is taken common, Px is taken common and P will be left out. Here Px is already taken common, what is left out? Only 1 is left out. And from here, from this term and this term, minus of, you can take y common, minus of y is common. So, what will be left out here? P will be left out. And here, because minus y is already taken, plus 1 will be left out here. And this plus 1 which is there, plus 1 when it goes on the other side, you can write that as minus of 1, minus of 1. So, further if you can take here this P plus 1 and P plus 1, so P plus 1 will be common here. So, I can take this P plus 1 as common. So, if I take P plus 1 as common, you will be left out with what? Px, and here you will be left out with the value of y, minus of y, is equals to, on the right hand side what is left out? It is minus of 1. Or further you can take this P plus 1 on the other side, I will write down this Px minus of y as it is equals to, it is minus 1, cross multiply this P plus 1, is divided by P plus 1, divided by P plus 1. I want y is equals to, so if you want y is equals to, so let us take this value of minus of y on this side and this value on this side, so that we get this Px value, and this minus sign when it goes on the side becomes plus 1 by P plus 1 is equals to, this minus y goes on the other side becomes plus y. Therefore, you can write the equation as y is equals to, it is Px plus this is of the form f of p. So, f of p is nothing but your p term. So, this represents your f of p. So, what type of equation it is? It is a Clairaut's equation, is a Clairaut's equation, Clairaut's equation. So, once you have got the Clairaut's equation, then he is asking us to find out the general solution and the singular solution. Till here it is clear? Students, you can put in the chat box. Students, is this clear? Put it in the chat box. Students, I am waiting for your reply. So, therefore, what will be the general solution here? The general solution will be general solution is. So, how do you get the general solution? You can get the general solution just by taking the value of p to be c. So, we will put p is equals to c, we will get the general solution to be y is equals to, it is cx plus 1 by c plus 1. So, y will be cx plus 1 by c plus 1, this gives you the general solution. Further, we need to find out the singular solution. So, to find out the singular solution, we can differentiate this one. So, differentiate the equation with respect to c, differentiate the equation with respect to c. If we try to differentiate this equation with respect to c, then this y is a constant. So, differentiation of a constant will be 0, is equals to, differentiation of c with respect to c will be 1. So, 1 times of x will be x itself, plus, now this is in the form of 1 by x form. So, 1 by x will be what? Minus 1 by x square. So, it is minus 1 by c plus 1 whole square. So, it is minus 1 by c plus 1 whole square into, further the differentiation of this c will be just 1. So, from here I need to find out the value of c. So, let us try to find out the value of c from here. So, this is 0 is equals to x, plus into minus will be minus 1 by c plus 1 whole square, c plus 1 whole square. This negative value you can take it on the other side, becomes positive value, plus c by c plus 1 whole square is equals to x. Now, if you take the reciprocal, so if you take the reciprocal on the left hand side as well as right hand side, take reciprocal. If you take the reciprocal, it becomes c plus 1 whole square is equals to, if you take the reciprocal over here, reciprocal of x will be 1 by x. So, c plus 1 will be equals to, if a square on the other side will be square root, right. So, it is c will be equals to, you are having root of 1 by x plus 1, when it goes on the other side becomes minus of 1. Therefore, the value of c over here, root of 1 by x, or I can write 1 by root of x, 1 by root of x minus of 1, that will be the value of c. Now, you can just plug in this value of c over here in this given equation, or you can just write down c plus 1. So, c plus 1 will be root of 1 by x over here in this particular equation. So, if you want, you can just take this as equation number 1. Now, substitute this value back in this equation 1. So, equation 1 implies, equation number 1 implies y is equals to, what do you have, y is equals to this particular value cx. C value is what, 1 by root of x minus of 1, cx plus cx plus, you have 1 by c plus 1. So, 1 by c plus 1 will be 1 by c plus 1. What is c plus 1 value here? C plus 1 is 1 by root of x. It is 1 by root of x, 1 by root of x. So, c plus 1 is what? 1 by root of x, that is what I have written, 1 by root of x. Or further, you can rewrite this as y is equals to, you can multiply this x inside, x by root of x minus x into 1 will be x, plus 1 by root of x, if I take it in the numerator, it becomes root of x. Or further, if you try to simplify, x can be written as root of x into root of x divided by, this is root of x, and this is minus of x plus what you have, it is root of x. Root x will get cancelled. So, therefore, you will be getting the value to be equals to, this is root of x and this is minus of x plus this is root of x. So, root x plus root x will be what? It is 2 root of x and this is minus of x. I want to eliminate this root of x value. It is better you take down this minus of x on the other side. It becomes plus x plus this y value as it is equals to, we have 2 root of x. Now, to eliminate this square root, you can just square on both the sides, squaring on both sides, squaring on both sides. So, if you square on both sides, you will be getting x plus y whole square is equals to, it is 2 root of x whole square. So, further you can rewrite this as x plus y whole square is equals to, so 2 square will become 4, root of x whole square will become x. So, this gives you the singular solution, is the singular solution. This is the singular solution. Is this clear? So, just put in the chat box if this is clear. Students, let me know. Okay, fine. So, now let us move on to the next question. Okay, fine. Soumya, Shiva, Simran, Saraswati, Vishal. Great. Now let us move on to the next question. So we'll take an example from the integral calculus. So evaluate you have integral of 0 to 1, you have integral of 0 to root of 1 minus of x square, then you have integral of 0 to root of 1 minus x square minus of y square. So inside you have x, y, z, dz, dy and dx. So it is a triple integral. So let us try to evaluate this one. So let us take this integral to be I is equals to, you have integral of, so if you try to observe over here, because you have dx, so this corresponds to your x value. So therefore you can write x is equals to 0 to 1. Next you are having over here dy, so this will correspond to your y value. Therefore you can write integral y is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus of x square. So because you are having dz over here corresponding to this z value. So therefore you can write integral of z is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus x square minus of y square. So times of what you have x, y, z. So x, y, z, then you have dz, dy and dx. So first we need to integrate with respect to z. So therefore you can write down this integral as integral x is equals to 0 to 1, then you have integral y is equals to 0 to, it is root of 1 minus of x square. Because I am integrating with respect to x, I will try to eliminate this integral. You have x, y, integration of z will be z square by 2, and the limit value will be z is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus x square minus y square times of what you have, times of dy and dx you have. This will be equals to, you have integral of x is equals to 0 to 1, then you have integral y is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus of x square. So xy as it is, this divided by 2, you can take it outside, 1 by 2 outside. Now let us try to apply the upper and lower limit value. Upper limit value for z will be root of 1 minus x square minus of y square, and because z square is there, you need to square that one, square minus the lower limit value for z will be 0. So 0 square will be 0 times of what you have, times of dy and dx. So what happens to this square root and square will cancel out. So you are just left out with 1 by 2, it is integral of x is equals to 0 to 1, then you have integral y is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus of x square, and this is xy as it is. Because the square and root has been cancelled out, you are left out only with 1 minus x square minus y square times of what you have, times of dy and dx. Let me multiply this xy inside, which will be nothing but 1 by 2 times of, you have integral x is equals to 0 to 1. So xy into 1 will be xy minus xy you multiply with x square. So x into x square will become x cube times of y, again minus, you have x as it is, xy is multiplied, x as it is, y into y square will give you y cube times of, you have dy dx. You are having integral over here, integral of y will be equals to 0 to root of 1 minus of x square. Now we need to integrate with respect to y over here. So this is 1 by 2 as it is. You have integral x is equals to 0 to 1. Let us try to integrate with respect to y. So when you are integrating with respect to y, x remains as it is. Integration of y will become y square by 2. Y square by 2. Limit values are y is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus of x square minus, then you have x cube. Then integration of y will be again y square by 2. Limit values will be y is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus of x square. Then further you have minus of x as it is, y cube value will be y power of 4 by 4. Limit values will be what? Y is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus of x square. So all the limits have been applied over here, times of what you have, times of dx. Let us try to simplify this one. It is 1 by 2 as it is. Integral of x is equals to 0 to 1. However, 1 by x as it is, and this divided by 2 also as it is, no change there as it is. Let me apply the upper limit value. Upper limit value for y will be root of 1 minus of x square, but because it is having square term there, I am just writing it as square, minus y lower limit value is 0, so it just tends to 0 there, minus, then you have x cube by 2 as it is. Again apply the upper limit value for y will be root of 1 minus of x square, and it is squared there, so square term, upper limit value, minus the lower limit value for y will be 0, so we will get 0 only. Then similarly coming for the last term that you have there, minus x by 4 as it is. Again apply the upper limit value will be root of 1 minus x square to the power of what? To the power of 4, minus the lower limit value will become 0. So, I open the bracket over here, let me close the bracket and write down dx. Let us further simplify this one. This will be equals to half times of, it is integral of x is equals to 0 to 1. This x by 2 will remain as it is. We see that the square and square root will cancel out. You just left out with 1 minus of x square. 0 you can ignore, then you have x cube by 2. Again you can see this square and square root will cancel out. You just left out with 1 minus of x square. Again next term minus x by 4 as it is. You can see that this root of 1 minus x square, root represents, I will just try to show it over here, this root represents 1 minus x power of 4, sorry 1 minus x square, 1 minus x square, right, to the power of, root means to the power of half, and that is raised to the power of what? That is raised to the power of 4. So, it is 1 by 2 to the power of 4. You can cancel out 2 1 times, 2 2 times. So, will it become 1 minus of x square to the power of? So, the power 2 it becomes, because this is to the power of half, that is raised to the power of 4. It will cancel out, it becomes to the power of 2. Therefore, this value is nothing but 1 minus x square whole square times of what you have, times of dx. Now, let us try to simplify this one. It is 1 by 2 as it is. You have integral x is equals to 0 to 1. Now, let us try to multiply this. X by 2 multiplied by 1 will be x by 2, minus, again you multiply this x with x cube, it becomes x cube by 2, minus, next x cube by 2 multiplied by 1 will be x cube by 2 only here. Then next minus of minus will become plus, x cube into x square. So, you can just add the powers over here. When the bases are the same, you can just add the powers. So, it becomes x power of 3 plus 2 will become 5, x power of 5 by this is 2. Next here minus x by 4 multiply x by 4 as it is, but here this is in the form of a minus b whole square. So, let us try to take a minus b whole square form. So, a minus b whole square will be a square, that is 1 square will be 1, a square minus of a square plus b square will be x square whole square, a square plus b square minus 2 into a value is 1 into b value is x square, a square plus b square minus of 2ab you will be getting, times of what? Times of dx. Or further, if you try to simplify this one, you have 1 by 2 as it is, you have integral of x is equals to 0 to 1. You can observe over here, you are having x cube by 2 minus x cube by 2. How many times you are having? 2 times you are having. So, you can write this first term as it is. This is 2 times of x cube by 2, because this is appearing 2 times. Next term x power of 5 by 2 as it is, minus x by 4. Now, you can simplify this one, x plus x square whole square will become x power of 4 minus how much? Minus 2 x square times of this dx. Let us further simplify this one. This will be equals to half times of, it is integral of x is equals to 0 to 1. So, therefore, you have x by 2. However, this divided by 2 and multiplied by 2 will cancel out. You are left out only with x cube there, plus x power of 5 by 2. Now, you can multiply this x by 4 with each of these 3 terms. X by 4 into 1 will be x by 4, minus into plus will be minus, x into x power of 4 will be x power of 5 by 4. Again minus into minus will become plus, 2 into x square will become x cube by 4, times of what? Times of dx. Or further, you can simplify this one, 2 1 times, 2 2 times, you can cancel out this one, and this term and this term you can just group it, and this also you can just group it. So, let us try to group this one and write down. So, this will be equals to 1 by 2 times of integral of x is equals to 0 to 1. So, if you just try to group this one, this is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4, you are just having 1 by 2 minus of 1 by 4 form. So, if you are taking the LCM and just trying to simplify this one, 1 by 2 minus of 1 by 4. So, the LCM will be 4 there, right. So, this 2 minus 1 will be 1, 1 by 4 will be getting. If you just simplify by yourself, you will be getting the value to be 1 by 4, 1 by 4 times of x it is, 1 by 4 times of x, these 2 terms. Now, coming to this x power of 5, here also you are having 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4, same term. Once again, you will be getting 1 by 4 times of x power of 5. And the next term x cube, if you try to observe over here, x cube here it is minus of 1 times of x cube. Here how many times? Plus half times of x cube. So, minus half plus 1 will be minus half. So, therefore, you will be getting minus half times of x cube. So, all the terms are over, times of dx. Now, we can integrate it. This will be equals to 1 by 2 times of, let us try to integrate 1 by 4 as it is, integration of x will be x square by 2, limit values for x will be 0 to 1. Then plus you have 1 by 4, again x power of 5 integration is x power of 6 by 6, limit values for x will be 0 to 1, minus 1 by 2, x cube you have which will be x power of 4 by 4, the limit values for x will be 0 to 1. So, if you try to apply the limits over here, 1 by 2 here you can just multiply, 4 times of 2 is 8, upper limit value for x will be 1, 1 square is 1 minus lower limit value will be 0 plus 1 by 6 times of 4 is 24, upper limit value for x will be 1 minus lower limit value will be 0 minus 1 by 4 times of 2 will be 8, upper limit value will be 1 minus the lower limit value will be 0. Or further, let us try to simplify. It is 1 by 2 as it is, this is 1 by 8 plus it is 1 by 24 over here, and here you are having minus 1 by 8. So, we can see that this plus 1 by 8 and minus 1 by 8 will cancel out, you will just be left out with 1 by 2 times of 1 by 24. So, that will be nothing but 1 by 48. That will be the final answer. Students, are you getting this one? Any other clarification you want me to do some other problem? If you have any doubts, any of the questions you want me to solve, then I'll do it, or else we'll wind up the session. Yes, students. Students, I'm waiting for your reply. Students, any clarification if you require, let me know. Put in the chat box. Okay, students, it is time, so we'll just wind up the session. All the best for all of you. Please try to subscribe my channel. Please subscribe the channel.